All right, we're standing right now in front of a very interesting bit of technology, which is right outside the entrance to this customer engagement technology world here in San Francisco, end of April. We're talking with Dave Wilkins, who is the president of X2O Media, responsible for this piece of technology behind us. But before we get into kind of this awesome interactivity, we wanted to ask him a quick question. Where does X2O fit into this kind of overall customer engagement ecosystem, and how long have you guys been doing what you do?
Well, you know, X2O, our story is we came out of the broadcast television world. We started about 15 years ago working with the TV networks. Then about 5-6 years ago, we were looking at opportunities outside of broadcast, taking some of the same concepts that we did for the networks like CNN and NBC, people like that, making them available to everybody. And that's what X2O is all about. That's where we came from. And now, 5-6 years down the road, what we do today is we make a platform that lets you do any kind of dynamic real-time graphics application. We do a lot of digital signage, a lot of interactivity. We also do a lot of enterprise communications. In fact, we call ourselves a communications platform more than a digital signage platform. Sure. And what we're showing here at the show, we have a booth where we're showing some demos of our tools. But here at the entrance to CETW, we're showing what we call our Twitter Cube. Yeah. It's one example of something you can do with our platform. So this particular example is pulling real-time information off of Twitter. So we're using the CETW hashtag, pulling that real-time. We're putting it on our 3D cube here that spins, and you see the live updates. And more than that, we have interactivity built in as well. We're using Xbox Connect as our example here. So if I stand back from the screen and wave at it, I can spin the cube in 3D, and you see it updating. And it's a very dynamic example. It's just one example of the different kinds of things that we can do. We can also push it out to your cell phone as well. So if I take my iPhone as a quick example, I can read the QR tag that's on there, load the exact same thing on my cell phone, walk away, see the live Twitter updates, spin the cube, and that sort of thing. So for us, it's all about that engaging, real-time, interactive experience, because I think that's the real value that the end user, the consumer, is looking for. You have to make the content dynamic, interesting. Otherwise, people aren't going to look at the screens, and at that point, what's the point? Yeah,
and that's a good thing that you mentioned that, what's the point? And how important is real time in this type of communications medium? I mean, is it crucial? Is it kind of nice to have? Is it something that's a luxury? How important is real time?
For me, from our point of view at X2O, it's crucial. It's the critical point of the system. If all you want to do is play back videos that have been pre-rendered weeks before, there's a lot of systems that can do that. Our take on it is it needs to be up to the second, it needs to be dynamic, it needs to be real time, and that's how you really engage users. Whether it's sports scores or the weather outside or the traffic leaving the shopping center, those are all examples of the types of data that we can use to drive what's on the screen. So if you're a marketer and you're using digital signage and interactivity to sell your products, it's great to put up your product commercials. That's good. But as a consumer, is that really what you want to look at on the screens? But if you put up the football score from last night, maybe people will stop, look at the screen, and the price they're willing to pay for that is they'll look at your marketing, your promotion, your message from that point of view. It's almost like an extension of the broadcast TV model, brought to a whole new level and a whole new world.
Well, it makes sense that X2O would be the one pioneering that. Dave, thank you so much for your time. It was really nice. X2O Media, check out their website. They got a lot of cool stuff going on. Have a nice show.
Thanks a lot.